So I just woke up to this news by Microsoft and Xbox, and to be completely honest with you guys, I wasn't even surprised as this was the obvious outcome of this event. Nevertheless, let's talk about it. If you guys didn't know, last month Microsoft bought ZeniMax Media and Bethesda for $7.5 billion. That's even more than what Disney paid for the rights of Star Wars, and what Microsoft paid for the rights of Minecraft. Needless to say, this has been one of the most expensive gaming publisher deals acquisitions in the history of this industry. And with this being extremely expensive for Microsoft, they expect the return of investment to go on the positive side of the spectrum, not the negative one. With the acquisition of ZeniMax Media, Microsoft now owns Bethesda Softworks, which owns IPs like Wolfenstein, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Prey, Rage, The Evil Within, Quake, Doom, etc. That is a pretty huge and great lineup to join the Xbox family. Ever since this happened, there have been multiple talks, discussions, debates, speculation, whatever, about whether or not Microsoft will make all of these titles exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem, which includes the Xbox Series X, Series S, and PC Master Race. A couple of weeks ago, Microsoft said that they are going to discuss the exclusivity of the IPs on a case-by-case basis, which means that some IPs will become exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and some will come out on competing platforms like PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch, although the latter seems really unlikely. For the longest time, Microsoft and Xbox have been bashed non-stop for their lack of exclusives. Even if I am a huge Xbox fan, and I absolutely adore games like Halo and Gears of War, I agree to the fact that Microsoft and Xbox do not have a solid lineup of games to sell their new Xbox Series system. Halo and Gears of War cannot carry the Xbox brand forever, and for the last couple of years, those IPs have been getting less and less popular. Because of that, Microsoft bought ZeniMax Media to acquire fan-favorite and beloved IPs like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Doom. IPs that everyone and their mother adores. This move gives Xbox the opportunity to face against the PS5 exclusive lineup, which includes God of War, Demon's Souls, Final Fantasy XVI, Ratchet & Clank, etc. Now, it is also a fact that Xbox and Microsoft are now focusing on a different demographic. They want to appeal to a more casual couch gamer, one that just wants to play games to pass time, and that's why they are going all in with Game Pass. This is just my opinion, but I see more value in terms of gameplay experience on the Xbox Series X than on the PlayStation 5. Xbox Game Pass has a ton of high quality games, tons of universes and games that you can immerse yourself upon for an insignificant price. And this is coming from a guy that lives on a third world country. Even still, I am getting a PlayStation 5 first, mainly because everything that I can play on the Xbox, I can play it on my PC. Also because I need Demon's Souls and God of War on my vein, so yeah, PlayStation 5 for me first. With the acquisition of ZeniMax, now the Xbox competes on two fronts: system selling exclusives, gaming subscription with a gigantic amount of value, and with cloud gaming with xCloud. Those were three fronts, okay. I went on a pretty big tangent there, but I wanted you to know the inside behind Xbox buying ZeniMax and getting all of those juicy exclusive IPs. Now, this comes from an interview Kotaku made to Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. The future of Bethesda titles is less certain. However, with Microsoft previously stating that it would determine release platforms for games on a case-by-case basis, Spencer, speaking to Kotaku, didn't elaborate on that stance, but did mention that Microsoft has no obligation to release games on platforms it doesn't control for the financial aspect of the deal to make sense. In quotes, "We have xCloud and PC and Game Pass in our console base. I do not have to go ship those games on any other platform other than the platforms that we support in order to kind of make the deal work for us, whatever that means, replied Spencer when asked about whether Microsoft will need to sell The Elder Scrolls 6 on PS5 to recoup costs. Although Spencer doesn't outright say whether future Bethesda titles will be multi-platform, it does seem clear now that Microsoft has the flexibility to decide that without having to think about the costs of the publisher purchase. It has also released Microsoft-funded titles on competing platforms, most recently with Ori and the Will of the Wisps on Nintendo Switch. Spencer does mention in the same interview that he doesn't see that strategy as sustainable. However, in more simple terms, this pretty much but confirms that mostly all of the fan favorite IPs that Bethesda owns will become exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and PC. It all depends on how much value each IP gives to Microsoft. Let me elaborate on that. Do you think that a Wolfenstein title will sell Xbox systems? Wolfenstein is a fantastic franchise full of die-hard hardcore fans, but it has lost its prestige in the last couple of years. So, the next Wolfenstein title will definitely come out on other console platforms like the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch. Now, do you think that the next Doom title would sell Xbox systems? We all know that's a yes, so it's pretty much obvious that Microsoft will make Doom exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem, and that applies to fan favorite franchises like Fallout and Elder Scrolls. If the franchise can sell Xbox systems, it will become an exclusive. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's going to be really weird watching games like Doom, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls become an Xbox exclusive, as they have always been released on all platforms. Mostly Doom, as it's pretty much say or whatever, is that Doom has been released on all platforms, consoles, PC, whatever. So it's going to be really weird. But anyways, now to add more to my topic and back my statement, let me remind you that Microsoft paid $7.5 billion for this acquisition. This is an investment from Microsoft. They expect to make even more money with the acquisition of all of these IPs and franchises. Of course, this is not going to be a near-term investment. This is a long-term investment. They are not going to get back their investment in the couple next years, but maybe in the next 10 years. There is a term called ROI, R-O-E, or return of investment. It is basically if your investment is going to return your capital in what set amount of time. If your investment is not going to return your capital, then why would you invest that much money into this event operation or whatever? Of course, because Microsoft is investing that much money in this all amazing IPs, over time their investment, their $7.5 billion are going to return, but over time and long term. The best investment is the best and more secure investment is long-term investment. Not like you cannot become a millionaire by investing in 2-3 months. No, that's not possible. Long-term investment is the most secure and the best, at least by what I know. I apologize if my English is bad. My tongue doesn't want to work, but yeah. It is what it is, and thanks for watching. And so, case buttons, please let me know what you think about this video down in the comments section. Leave a like if you did and a dislike if you didn't. It is fine if you want to dislike the video. Go do it right now. Please let me know down below what do you think about Microsoft making games like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, maybe Starfield and The Evil Within exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. I mean, that That would give Xbox a lot of power in terms of exclusivity deals and whatever, but still it's just weird to think about that, but well, it is what it is. Thanks to all of my patrons that made this video possible, and links to all of my social accounts, Twitter, Twitch and Instagram will be down below. Be sure to follow me there, links down below. So yeah, have an awesome weekend, and yeah, have an awesome Saturday. Stay safe, play awesome, be awesome, whatever, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Adios, bye.